Hey, you all, and good morning. It is day 11 on our Lincoln Highway road trip. We stayed the night here in Reno, Nevada, and fingers crossed, the plan for today, what I'm hoping I accomplish today, I'm hoping that today we complete the Lincoln Highway. Again, fingers crossed. You can never be 100% sure where the day will take you, but we will see if we can make it to that end point of the Lincoln Highway. It's been quite a journey, but I think today we may be reaching the final chapter. So please follow me. Oh, hello. Going down. I do love the giant clown there. Oh, wow. Over here we have the Silver Legacy Casino. I'm not really sure what that huge orb is behind it. Looks like they're setting up for some sort of street festival today, which would continue my streak of missing festivals while on this road trip. Oh man, I can't believe I'm gonna miss the Beer Olympics. Here we have some giant poker chips here on the corner in Reno. I wonder if you could pick up one of these giant chips and roll it into a casino. I wonder how much money it would be worth. You can see the famous Reno Arch there. This is the biggest little city in the world. And I noticed this next to the arch, there is a skyscraper with a rock climbing wall on the side. I've never done rock climbing like that, but it looks absolutely terrifying. I would not want to fall off a building, even if I did have a harness. In the corner of this building here, they've embedded a piece of the Blarney Stone, the famed rock from Ireland that grants the gift of gab to those who interact with it. It says here, yeah, this is the rare stone is from Blarney Castle in County Cork, Ireland. It says, in the best tradition of Blarney, rubbing the stone will surely make your day luckier. You don't rub the Blarney Stone, you kiss it. I regret that immediately. This pawn shop window here, I've never seen this. The game called Monster Face. Look up there, little boy playing with the monster face. Looks like you put spiders and worms coming out of the face. Looks like a good time to be had. Here we have the Time Zone Motel. It's an interesting theme for a hotel. We're not actually near any time zone changes. If you look up there, you can see on the sign they have the time zones divided up. Believe it or not, in the past 11 days, I have been in all 4 time zones. Here at the bus station, you can see the bus there transporting people around Reno. They actually have a full-size bus on this pole here. Now Reno has had several archways over the years. This used to be the main archway here. It was originally erected in 1925, and so they instead just moved it to a different part of town. So in the last 11 days we've traveled thousands of miles by automobile. So I figured it's only fitting that we visit the National Automobile Museum here in Reno, Nevada. Alright, so we enter, it kind of set up like a street here, but I guess we start by entering the Blacksmith Shop. Here in the Blacksmith Shop we have the 1902 Capitol. So they actually began work on this car in 1889, so that is a tremendously old car. 1892 Fillion says this is one of the oldest cars in existence. And yes, it looks like almost like a steampunk car. It has like a steam engine there. Really, really cool. A room here just filled with very, very old cars. Oh, look at that. That's almost like a tricycle, a reverse tricycle. This is a 1907 Thomas Flyer. It says that this car won the 1908 New York to Paris race. That's very impressive, mainly because I have no idea how you race from New York to Paris. I don't know if you just drive the car onto a boat and let it sail across the ocean. You can see this man here dressed in his fancy driving gear. This car here, the 1912 Rambler, was actually used in the movie Titanic. It was apparently seen parked on one of the docks. It's a 1913 KRIT, and you look there, unfortunately, they had a very unfortunate choice for a logo there. That was before World War II, when swastikas fell out of favor after that particular war. Out here is their 1930s street. See the fancy hotel there, and a movie theater here. Looks like it's playing It's a Wonderful Life. And over here they have a podcast studio. It's a podcast called What Drives Reno. Got some Star Wars gear here in the window, and their recording equipment. Oh, look at that. We got Han Solo back there in the corner. Some stereo opticons set up here. Of course, I can't really show you what they look like in 3D because you need both eyes. But yeah, if you look in there, it shows 3D images taken from a paper card. Here's an old crank. You have to crank your car in the morning. Oh my gosh, it's actually difficult to crank. Oh man, cars used to be less convenient. This is a 1921 Rolls Royce, actually made out of copper. That is very shiny. It's a 1927 Lincoln engine. It's push to operate. Oh, there you go. You can see all the little parts moving, in case you're ever curious on how an engine works. This bright purple car here, this one actually has 3 wheels, 2 on the front, 1 in the back. Then, an extra one in case one pops. There's an old Union gas station here. It's set up like a mechanic shop in here, where they're working on this 1954 Buick. It's a 1938 Phantom Corsair that looks like something that a superhero would drive. Definitely has Batmobile vibes to it. Some very interesting cars back here. This one has like a bubble dome on top, like the Homer car from The Simpsons. And this here looks like a motorized wheelbarrow that you sit in. It's a very strange car there as well. Big tricycle there. And another one of these domed cars. They need to really bring back domes on cars. Actually, I don't know if they were ever popular, but you can start putting domes on cars like that. I love them. Oh, what's this? This is a little yellow blocky car. This is the 1934 Dymaxion car. Very futuristic style car there. I think this is one of the more rare cars around, the Dymaxion. Definitely like the pod-like shape. It's a row of NASCARs here. Of course, NASCAR is always plastered with advertisements. You can see the spicy Tabasco car there. Set up like a little neighborhood here. The Sub Sandwich restaurant and Stanley's shoes. Oh, and here it says, roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads. I think that's from some sort of movie. Now, you don't see a lot of DeLoreans around, but even less common is gold-plated DeLoreans. DeLorean here actually plated in gold. There's only 2 made, and it's not been converted into a time machine. As we enter through this garage here, they have Hollywood Cars of the Stars. They invite us to step on the red carpet and take a selfie with Marilyn Monroe and Frank Sinatra. And that's why the lady is a champ. This Cadillac here belonged to Elvis. However, according to this sign, Elvis owned 100 Cadillacs. So, yeah, nothing to get excited about. Just one of 100. This really cool map here said to have hung in the office of William Harrah's office in Reno. I guess that's Harrah's, as in Harrah's Casino. Here we have another DeLorean. This one is not plated in gold, and it has been converted into a time machine. Here is a replica of Kit from Knight Rider, and there is a replica of David Hasselhoff. It says that this Lincoln Continental actually belonged to President Kennedy. Apparently kept it in Florida for when he visited. Here we have one of Frank Sinatra's cars. This car was used in the movie Rebel Without a Cause. It was actually driven by Mr. James Dean. Yeah, you can see the James Dean cutout over there. Of course, one of the greatest television cars of all time, the Batmobile from the 60s Batman show. One of the best shows of all time. You see they have it here in the Batcave. We got Batman and Robin there. Then hanging above we have the pow, bang, wham signs. Always fun when they punched people and words popped out. Over here we have a portable bat lab, according to that suitcase. Wonder what Batman and Robin have cooking up. This is a flying Caduceus. This is a car that runs on a jet engine, and I guess this is the type of car you would go to the salt flats and try to break land speed records. Interesting, they actually have an exhibit on Disney and Pixar cars. So animated cars brought to life. Of course, there's our buddy Tow Mater, a character inspired by Route 66 itself. Here we have the Grease Lightning from the movie Grease. It says that this car is from Too Fast, Too Furious, from the Fast and Furious series. And I still have not had a chance to check out a single one of those movies. It's the van from Onward, which is actually a pretty good movie. I actually got a chance to check that out. And I do love the design of the van, the old rundown van with the Pegasus mural on the side. Oh, look at that, the moon-shaped window there. Here's a screen-used Herbie. This was in Herbie Fully Loaded in 2005. And there we have the ever-popular Lightning McQueen. This here is called the Mongrel T. This was it's a very interesting car. It says this was originally used in the movie Easy Come, Easy Go, starring Elvis. And then it says that this is actually used in the 60s Batman show driven by the Joker. It's a really colorful design. It's got this green shag carpet on the inside, and then these seats are actually surfboards. Here is the Green Hornet's vehicle. Oh, look at that. The Green Hornet there, sitting in the back. Here we have a 2008 Tesla. Okay, they must have switched it out. I think that's the wrong car. Now it is time that we enter the final state on our Lincoln Highway road trip, leaving Nevada, and welcome to California. So we've stopped off here in Donner Pass, California, named after the Donner Party. And here we have a monument to the Donner Party. Does look like it's currently being renovated. There's scaffolding built around the monument there. You can kind of make out there's like a pioneer, this hand to his head looking out before him. So yeah, I find it interesting they named Donner Pass after the Donner Party. The Donner Party was a party of travelers who got stuck here in the winter and unfortunately had to resort to cannibalism. They weren't murdering each other and eating each other, they were eating their dead. It's actually a really horrific story. They ate everything imaginable. They melted their shoes down, they boiled the leather of their shoes and ate shoe paste. But once it came down to it, they had to eat their dead. And not something they wanted to do, but something they were forced to do. So that was a really bad situation. And curious that they would name this mountain pass after that ill-fated party. Let's check out this visitor center here. It says that there are some exhibits inside. You can see the statue there of the Donner Party all huddled together, trying to keep warm. Sadly having to eat a little bit of each other. I have a black bear here. Well, it is a brown bear, but species-wise it is a black bear. It just happens to be of a brown color. And apparently they put this rope here. It says, please do not touch. So I guess this rope's here. I guess they were having problems with too many people petting the brown black bear. I have a glass box taxidermy here. You can see that big old beaver right there. You can see the little short-tailed weasel there. He is super tiny. And that is a broad-footed mole. Little baby bobcat there, along with a snowshoe hare. A raccoon and an American marten. Is that weaselly thing right there? And we can see the flying squirrel gliding towards us. Collection of squirrels and squirrel-like animals there, but watch out for that snake. There's some salmon there, along with a delicious bass. So we actually have an exhibit on the Lincoln Highway. You can see the dad here changing the tire. Kids over here playing cards, waiting for dad to get the car fixed. A tourist cabin here, like one that would be found on the Lincoln Highway back in its prime. The lady there ready to give us the key to our cabin. Talks about the creation of the Transcontinental Railroad and the Chinese workers that helped build it. Some information on the Native Americans in this part of the country. He talks about some of the struggles the Donner Party went through, struggles involving, having to eat the bodies of their friends and family. It says, is there proof of cannibalism among the Donner Party? I thought so. Okay, cannibalism is well documented in the written record, but there's not any actual physical evidence. So I guess so I guess no physical evidence, but I think they were honest about what happened. Some items left by the Donner Party. You can see the doll here. Actually, this wheel here turns the doll. And you can, I guess, with the magnifying glass to get a better look. See the Donner Party getting ready for their travels here. Uh-oh, that kid's not gonna be smiling here in a little bit. You see there, all huddled together, and it says starving. They ate the bodies of dead companions. Here in the gift shop, I've got some Lincoln Highway books, as well as Lincoln Highway postcards and Lincoln Highway magnets. Now, I've not seen a lot of Lincoln Highway merch on this trip. Stopped off here in Colfax, California at a former dentist's office where the dentist, Ken Fox, created these magnificent, gigantic concrete sculptures. You can see this woman praying to the heavens. These statues here are truly gigantic. You can see the man here struggling with his chain like a slave, trying to break the bonds of servitude. You can see these giant Native American figures pointing arrows and spears towards the sky. Look how big that is. And here in Auburn, we have a monument to not only the Lincoln Highway, but to California US 40. So of course this road was originally the Lincoln Highway and then replaced by 40 here. And they have put a slab of the original US 40 here for people to appreciate. You can see, you know, concrete made differently. Back then they would incorporate rocks into the cement. It would be much more grittier, probably a lot more lumpy to drive on. And then got another one of our Lincoln Highway monuments right there. Stopped off here in Galt, California. We're in front of Gideon Brothers Heating and Cooling. And I'll tell you what, it is a scorcher today. Got out of the car here, I was not expecting it to be this hot. This is probably the hottest it's been since I've been on this Lincoln Highway trip. And if you don't believe me, check this out behind me. There's a 50-foot thermometer behind me. And if you look at that, it is currently saying that it is almost 105 degrees. Now, even I thought that might be a little high, so I checked my phone and it was 101 degrees. So with that being directly in the sun, I think it is actually accurate. So it's a scorcher today. We are stuck in Lodi again. Yes, Lodi, California, made famous by Creedence Clearwater Revival, but Lodi also famous for being the home of A&W Root Beer. Now, this is not the first ever A&W Root Beer stand. The first stand was built here in Lodi in 1919, but they do have a little museum display inside of this location. You can see the mascots of A&W Root Beer, the burger family. You have Papa Burger there, holding his giant burger with his mug of root beer. Mama Burger, looks like Papa Burger's got ketchup on his burger. Mama Burger prefers mayonnaise. And then Baby Burger here sitting on the ground, enjoying a little burger of her own. And then finally, Teen Burger. I think the T does stand for Teen Burger. So yeah, what a beautiful fiberglass family we have. The Burger family here. Papa, Mama, Baby, and Teen Burger. As we step inside A&W here, we see that they have another mascot besides the Burger family. This is Rudy the Root Bear. So instead of root beer, which he drinks, he is a root bear. A root bear drinking root Beer. And here we have a mini museum inside this A&W. You can see some bottles of the root beer back there. And then we got a lot of merch with Rudy the Root Bear on it. Oh, look at that button there with Frankenstein on it. It says Frank and Stein. Stein, I guess, referring to the mug in which the root beer is served in. I like the little sock puppet bear there. To all the different mugs there. I guess they have these little miniature baby mugs. See A&W ashtray there, as well as some matchbooks. All right, got myself a cheeseburger and some fries, and of course a root beer. And when you order the root beer, you actually get it served in a frosty mug. All right, let's try A&W cheeseburger here. Let's see what's on. I got ketchup, mustard, pickle. Just got the standard cheeseburger. It's good stuff. French fry there. Good little cheeseburger. But of course, the root beer is the main event. A nice frosty mug. So good. Love root beer. Love a good root beer float too. That root beer floats as well, but I think it definitely does taste better in the frosty mug. Here in Lathrop, California, it appears that a UFO has crashed into the power market here. And look at those little green men up there. Some very strange creatures. Looks like one's hanging upside down at the bottom of the saucer. Well, let's check how things are on the inside. Oh no, look at this. You can see the other side of the UFO smashed on the inside. It's taking some damage there, that poor little guy hanging out. But the gas station here is absolutely crawling with these aliens. They're just hanging from the rafters over the Nutella and Febreze. A little purple UFO cruising overhead. Up there we can see the aliens getting into the merchandise. The alien there is chugging milk. That one's blowing a bubble. This one looks like it's stolen all the bread. Oh, there's another one blowing bubbles out of bubble gum. It's actually blowing out of the tubes coming out of its head as well. This one here is broken all the eggs. Over top the hot dog station, so we got a robot. The little robot looks pretty panicked. Oh, these guys got some potato chips there. Yeah, I mean, they stand, I guess their species can just stand on these rafters. This is so nuts. Just look at this. There's just aliens all through the convenience store here. This is really a sight to behold. That guy up there is completely covered himself in whipped cream, it looks like. That alien in the corner, it looks like he's created a suit out of toast. There's also a little space cat right there, a little robotic space cat. I can't get over this. This is wondrous. Well, we've got some $6 a gallon gas, but from what I've been seeing at other gas stations in this area, that's actually on the cheap side. We're here in Hayward, California at Bell Plastics. This is a plastic company that has become sort of a retirement home for roadside giants. See the muffler man there with the cowboy hat? They apparently take in these giants from other locations. Maybe the location closed down or the giant falls into disrepairs. They relocate them here at Bell Plastics. Again, look at that great muffler man there. Some sort of big dog-headed creature right there. You can see Santa himself. Look at that. Happy Santa there waving out to the public. See what else they've got here. It's like a giant prospector. He's got his hand up in the air. You see they got a couple of bunions here, a couple of the Bunyan style muffler men. And I just noticed this. It says Fix It, November 2013, originally from Dooley's Hardware and Garden in Long Beach, California. There's another one of these dogs here next to a hot dog. Does anyone know where these dog characters come from? Leave a comment in the comment section. This looks like some sort of animatronic dinosaur here. Don't know who this giant bobblehead is. Looks a little bit like Mel Gibson, if you ask me. What's really cool is these car wash octopuses. I know that they have all the different items used to wash a car, and these were used to advertise car washes. See, he's got the vacuum right there. It says that this Uncle Sam head was actually made by Bell Plastics. So that was made right here at Bell Plastics. Then there's someone's legs right here, and there's no body attached to these particular legs. Well, I see a gesture of some sort peering between those legs. I see Spider-Man crawling up on the shipping container. And look at Godzilla here. That is really cool. I love the purple Godzilla. So some sort of weird cow. And then there's a mold of a Uniroyal girl. I guess the mold that you used to make other Uniroyal gals. There's a big boy, but I'd watch out for this guy. He's got a pair of brass knuckles. He will apparently knock you out. He doesn't got a burger. He's trading his burgers for some brass knucks. This character here is often known as the Happy Halfwit, or some people call him Alfred E. Newman. I do like his Hawaiian shirt. He's got his friend here, the fireman. There's some boy eating a burger there. Again, I'm not sure where this particular burger eating boy is from. Where is it? Where is it? We have a art museum right there. It's supposed to be around here somewhere. Got a pond and a couple taking photos there on the edge of the pond. You've got this big towering red piece of art. But where is it? Where is the terminus? The terminus of the Lincoln Highway is supposed to be here. Oh, I think I see it. There's a bus stop over here. I think I see it. I think I see it. I think I see it. 11 days ago, we stood in Times Square at the beginning of the Lincoln Highway. Now we stand here in the middle of a golf course behind a bus stop. And right there it is. It is the terminus. The western terminus. The western terminus of the Lincoln Highway. We have reached the end of the Lincoln Highway. Wow. You long, lonesome road, you. And I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank every one of you who has followed along on this Lincoln Highway road trip. Everyone that has been supportive, everyone that has cheered me on, everyone that has given me ideas, suggestions. It means the world to me. And thank you so much for allowing me to be able to go on these adventures, to be able to do these trips. It's been 11 days since we were in Times Square. The Naked Cowboy said, take 4 days. 4 days of boredom, he said. We proved him wrong. We proved the Naked Cowboy wrong. It was 11 days. 11 days of excitement. Even when we were going through some of the loneliest parts of the country, I knew you guys were with me. I knew you guys were watching along. I knew you were in my back seat. I knew you guys were telling me to pull over, show interesting stuff, keep traveling, no matter how long the road may seem, however long the road may have been, you guys were there with me, and it means the world to me. 11 days. 11 days we traveled from the East Coast to the West Coast. Was over 3,300 miles. Went through all 4 time zones. We went through 13 states, and I had you guys in the back seat the whole time. Thank you so much. Where we go from here, you know, I've put a lot of thought. I had a long drive with a lot to think about, trying to think ideas, where to take this channel. We've completed the Lincoln Highway. We've completed the Dixie Highway. We've completed Route 66 twice. What could the next big trip be? I don't know. I'm open for suggestions. If you guys are, some people worried that I skipped over certain locations traveling. You know, decisions had to be made. Had to make use of time, figure out when I could stop where. And don't worry, I'm still traveling full time. There will be other opportunities. I will be back. I will be back in different places. There is always going to be a next time. Well, until there isn't. But thank you. Thank you. And I will be using this opportunity in the upcoming weeks and days to kind of visit this part of the country that I haven't spent a lot of time in. This part of the country that I've not been to as much as I've been to others. So I'm gonna take it in and enjoy it. I hope you guys will stay with me for those adventures. But until then, this one's in the bag.